Amazon founder Jeff Bezos will likely still be the world's richest man after his divorce from his wife Mackenzie is finalized.
What happens, though, sometimes is that we let our intellectual selves overrule those passions. And so that's what needs to be guarded against.
And to me, watching your spouse, somebody that you love, have an adventure, what is better than that? And being part of that.
Exactly. It's time to tell you everything about her. That cryptic message allegedly posted by Jeff Bezos in a locked Signal group has sent shockwaves across Hollywood and Silicon Valley. Insiders say it was meant for just a few people, but now it's everywhere. And what came next shattered the image of the world's richest power couple because in a leaked recording, Jeff can be heard saying ... you don't know the real Lauren. And you don't want to. What does that even mean? Who is the real Lauren Sanchez? And why is Bezos suddenly unraveling in public? Buckle up. This story is just beginning. Sources close to Bezos say he's been emotionally unstable for months, but nothing prepared them for the chilling message he allegedly sent to his inner circle last Thursday. I can't keep quiet anymore. It's time to tell you everything about her. Immediately, speculation exploded online. Is he talking about Lauren? Is this about someone else? Is he being blackmailed? Theories flooded X and Reddit. Some fans pointed to his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott. Others suspected a secret affair with a younger executive, but insiders say it's definitely about Lauren and what Jeff claims she did. Left even his closest friends speechless? Let's rewind. And now, the bombshell, a leaked audio. Recording from a luxury yacht party in the Bahamas. Jeff clearly under the influence venting to two unnamed associates. You hear laughter. Then silence, then Jeff's voice, low and tired. You don't know the real Lauren. And you don't want to. She's not who you think she is. I tried to fix it. I really did. Insiders say Bezos left the party early, alone, that same night. Lauren posted a photo of herself smiling, glamorous captioned, "No regrets." Only lessons. Was it aimed at Jeff or at someone else watching from the shadows? What followed was total silence. No statements. No PR spin. Just one billionaire unraveling behind closed doors. And one powerful woman with more secrets than anyone imagined. But this is only the beginning, because what Jeff reveals next could destroy careers. And relationships. And change everything we thought we knew about Lauren Sanchez. Over the past year, something changed. Lauren's energy at events. Off Bezos? Distant, a viral video from the Cannes Film Festival shows Lauren snapping at Jeff off camera, then quickly composing herself when the lights came on. Insiders say she's grown increasingly possessive. One anonymous executive said Lauren controlled every minute of Jeff's schedule. He couldn't even text without her glancing over. Paparazzi began catching tense moments. Side dash, eyes. Forced smiles, even physical distance. She stopped holding his hand in public. Then came the leaks. Photos. Text. An alleged DM from Lauren to an unnamed billionaire with just 4 words. He's worth more. Scared. No one knew what it meant until now. I built an empire. And now I'm losing it all to her. That's what one of Jeff Bezos' former bodyguards claims he overheard the billionaire whispering through tears. And the reason? Lauren Sanchez, because behind the designer gowns, the red carpets, and the private jets there was a power shift so deep, so dangerous. It nearly tore Amazon apart. At first, it was magic. Cameras couldn't get enough of them. Lauren, the fiery, Emmy-winning journalist with a pilot's license and a smile made for billionaires. Jeff, the tech titan who turned books into a $1 trillion empire, they were everywhere. Helicopter dates over Malibu, yacht cuddles in St. Tropez. Matching outfits at the Met Gala. Insiders say Jeff was obsessed. One former Amazon VP, who later resigned, told us he changed overnight from corporate god to love-struck teen, but somewhere along the way, the romance became strategy. It started subtly. Lauren began sitting in on meetings, then she started speaking for Jeff. Insiders say she convinced him to cut ties with 2 longtime Amazon board members. Both were skeptical of her growing influence. Then came the bombshell. A former Amazon board member leaked screenshots allegedly showing Lauren forwarding confidential files to a third party. One of the texts read, "He doesn't even read half of this. I'll take care of it." Another said, "We can shift this if we push the board hard enough." Who was she texting? No one knows, but the files included private expansion strategies, internal employee data, and one red flag document labeled Space Contracts, Blue Origin. But it wasn't just business. It got personal. It got emotional. One of Jeff's former security team members, who worked with him for nearly a decade, finally spoke out. In an exclusive anonymous interview, he said, "One night in DC, I walked into the hotel suite to check security like always. Jeff was sitting alone, no lights, no music, just silence. He had tears in his eyes. I asked if he needed anything. He didn't even look at me. Just whispered, I built an empire, and now I'm losing it all to her." The bodyguard resigned a week later. He claims he was warned not to speak. Now he is. So what's really happening here? Is Lauren Sanchez just a supportive partner? Or is she the silent architect behind Bezos' empire unraveling? Insiders say she pushed for more power. Some say she even manipulated his public persona, telling stylists to make him look more masculine and PR teams to never use the word nerd. Jeff was changing, and some believe not by choice, but this is only scratching the surface, because in the next part, we reveal the secret deal that nearly ended Amazon, and how Lauren allegedly held the final move. He hired someone to watch her. What he found he should have never seen. Insiders say Jeff Bezos no longer trusted anyone. Not his team, not his advisors, not even Lauren Sanchez. And when whispers of betrayal turned into something more, he went full surveillance mode. According to close sources, Bezos secretly hired a private investigator, a top-level ex-military intel specialist trained to track billionaires, celebrities, and digital ghosts. His mission: follow Lauren discreetly, quietly, and find out if the woman who stole his heart was selling him out. For 3 weeks, the Pie followed her: private jets, Vanity Fair parties, charity galas that weren't really about charity, but it was the trip to Cannes that changed everything. Insiders say Lauren told Jeff she was meeting with French filmmakers for a female-driven documentary project. Jeff didn't question it, at least not out loud. But the Pie, he did, and what he caught on camera shocked even him. Late one evening, Lauren was seen entering a penthouse suite at Hotel Barriere Le Majestic. With her, an unnamed American media mogul, tall, gray hair, glasses, famous for staying out of the spotlight, but reportedly connected to multiple corporate takeovers. They talked, they laughed, they drank. Then at precisely 12:43 a.m., a hotel staff member entered the suite carrying a black leather briefcase. 15 minutes later, Lauren left alone. No bag, no trace. But what happened next turned suspicion into paranoia. According to the investigators, notes obtained by anonymous sources and leaked in fragments, the briefcase never left the room. And in a separate, now wiped surveillance clip, Jeff Bezos is seen sitting alone in a dark office, reviewing the footage. The moment Lauren accepts the case, his face collapses. He covers his mouth, whispers something. The audio is muted. But lip readers say the words looked like, "She sold me. I knew it." The Pie compiled everything into a secure digital report, password encrypted, multiple backups, one copy hand-delivered to Bezos at an undisclosed location. But then, the Pie vanished. Gone. No warning, no note, no trace. His New York apartment was found 2 days later, door unlocked. Everything inside wiped clean. No clothes, no photos, no food in the fridge. His laptop smashed, burned, hard drive melted from the inside. Professionals say thermite level destruction. Investigators called it a possible personal breakdown. Insiders call it a silencing, because no one just disappears like that. Not in Jeff Bezos' world. Not with that kind of truth. And the contents of that briefcase still unknown. Speculations range from NDA buyouts to private stock contracts. Even space tech blueprints connected to Blue Origin. Whatever it was enough to send the world's richest man into hiding. One source close to the situation said Jeff stopped talking to everyone after that. Shut off cold, like he just watched his empire dissolve overnight. But the story doesn't end here, because in part 4, we reveal who the mystery mogul might be, and how a single message from Lauren Sanchez flipped the game completely. Everything Jeff thought he controlled wasn't his anymore. Are you being blackmailed? That was the question Jeff Bezos never expected to hear. And it didn't come from a lawyer or a board member. It came from his own son. Insiders say the call came just days after Jeff received the PI's report. He hadn't eaten, he wasn't sleeping, he was spiraling, but what truly broke him was when his teenage son, usually distant and media shy, called him late one night. His voice, shaking, afraid, "Dad, are you being blackmailed?" Jeff didn't answer. There was just silence. Heavy, painful silence. A source close to the family says that call was a turning point. Because it wasn't just about business anymore. It was personal. That same week, tensions exploded between Jeff and his younger brother, Mark Bezos. Mark had quietly raised concerns for months. But after learning about the mysterious briefcase and the pie vanishing, he couldn't stay silent, according to a source who claims to have overheard the conversation at a private retreat in Montana. The confrontation got ugly fast. Mark accused Jeff of letting Lauren rewrite the family legacy. He said Lauren was meddling in Bezos' family trusts, trying to insert herself into generational wealth conversations she had no business being in. Then he snapped. "She's a parasite in Prada, and you're letting her suck the soul out of everything Mom built." Jeff reportedly stood frozen, speechless, and Lauren, she wasn't there. But some say she didn't need to be because the real betrayal was already happening. According to financial insiders and leaked foundation documents, Lauren had allegedly moved over $38 million from a shared philanthropic trust without Jeff's formal sign-off. That money was rerouted into a private shell account based in the Cayman Islands. Insiders say the account is tied to a real estate development firm that doesn't technically exist. No staff, no website, no listed projects. But here's the catch: Lauren's name never appears on paper, just an encrypted alias. One only the inner circle would recognize. A former Bezos family accountant, now in hiding, confirmed that the transaction violated multiple foundation bylaws. It was betrayal. Pure and simple, he told us under condition of anonymity. And Jeff knew. But he was too far in, too in love, too ashamed to trap. And with the family turning on him, the walls began to close in. The man who built Amazon, who stared down Congress, who aimed for Mars, was now questioning the one thing he never imagined doubting: his judgment. But what happened next? No one expected, because just as Jeff began to fight back, Lauren made her boldest move yet. And in part 5, we reveal the final play, the one move that forced Bezos to choose his legacy. Or her. I fear what she'd do when the cameras are off. That line, buried deep in a private email, shocked everyone because it wasn't just gossip anymore. It wasn't just a messy billionaire breakup. It was something darker, colder, calculated. And now, thanks to a massive leak, the world finally knows what Jeff Bezos was truly afraid of. Insiders say over 42 personal emails from Bezos' private account were anonymously dumped onto an encrypted server. The leak allegedly traced back to a former cybersecurity contractor. Motive unknown, but the contents explosive. Multiple emails reference something Bezos calls Project Escape. Others are tagged under an internal codename, Operation Ice Phoenix. One message reads, "Timeline must be accelerated. She's getting more aggressive. I'll be for Q4. Another says, "Mark is right. She's not just controlling the narrative, she's controlling the assets." But it's this line that made headlines around the world. I fear what she'd do when the cameras are off. Public speculation exploded overnight. What was Jeff afraid of? Was Lauren involved in something bigger? Were these just the ravings of a man under stress, or a silent cry for help? Insiders say Project Escape was Bezos' personal contingency plan, a way to sever all ties, financial, legal, and emotional, with Lauren Sanchez. Not just the relationship, but every co-investment, every shared foundation, every property, plane, and pending project. Operation Ice Phoenix. Even more secretive, sources close to Blue Origin say the name appeared in a classified memo marked Code Black, used only for internal emergencies involving reputational risk. Some believe Ice Phoenix was a private relocation plan, Others think it was a legal firewall to shield Bezos from undisclosed liabilities, ones allegedly tied to Lauren's connections in the media and political space. But here's the twist. The emails show he never went through with it. Every draft was full of hesitation. What if she turns it all on me? She knows things I can't afford to become public. One former legal advisor claims Bezos feared a media detonation if he pulled the trigger. Jeff believed Lauren had a kill switch, figuratively or maybe not. And the timing couldn't be worse. Just 2 days before the leak, Lauren was spotted at a closed-door summit in Geneva surrounded by global media moguls, political donors, and tech financiers. She smiled, she posed, she looked untouchable, and Jeff vanished from public view. No photos, no sightings, no press statements. His team refused to comment. Lauren's camp called the leaks deep fakes, manipulated, and dangerous fiction. But for insiders, the damage was already done. One anonymous Amazon exec put it bluntly, when a man like Bezos starts planning an escape, you know the threat isn't just emotional, it's existential. Trust shattered, reputation on the edge. But this saga isn't over, because in part 6, the final piece of the puzzle drops. The one person Lauren never expected to speak out finally does. And what they reveal changes everything. A sealed courtroom, a billionaire, a woman in tears, and a warning that chilled everyone in the room. If I disappear, it's because I finally said the truth. What happened behind those closed doors shocked everyone. Narrator, insiders say the hearing wasn't on the public docket. No cameras, no media, just whispers of something far bigger than a divorce. 2 offshore entities were named in the sealed filings. One tied to a shadowy investment firm in the Cayman Islands, the other linked allegedly to a media startup that Lauren once quietly funded. The judge's chambers went dark for over 2 hours, and then Lauren Sanchez was seen leaving, visibly shaken, eyeliner smudged, no words, no comments, just tears. Narrator, she looked like she'd just seen a ghost, said one courtroom staffer. Whatever happened in there broke something. Narrator, sources close to the case allege Jeff confronted Lauren during the hearing, not with ACCUSATIONS, but with proof. Encrypted files, transaction histories. Even a surprise witness was reportedly prepped but never called. It wasn't just about love anymore, one insider whispered. It was about survival. Jeff, I gave her the world. I thought we were building an empire. But the more I uncovered, the more I realized I was just a pawn. Narrator, at the climax of the hearing, Jeff's legal team issued an ultimatum. A full, irrevocable split personally, professionally, and financially. No joint ventures, no shared assets. Not even residuals from their space documentaries. Narrator, and then came Jeff's final words before the judge recessed the room. If I disappear, it's because I finally said the truth. A chill swept through the courtroom, even the clerk went still. Narrator, what truth was he referring to? Was it about the money, the offshore shell companies, or something more dangerous? Insiders say Lauren's team has gone completely silent, her usual PR flurry gone. Narrator, something's coming. In the courtroom was only the beginning. Scene opens with chaos at a luxury tech summit in Berlin. The cameras were rolling. The room was buzzing, but then Jeff Bezos stood up mid-interview and walked out. No goodbye, no explanation. Just trembling hands, a cracked voice, and watery eyes. The question that triggered it all? A reporter leaned in and asked, "Do you still trust Lauren Sanchez?" Boom, the air froze. Bezos stared at the floor for a moment, then just left. Security rushed after him, leaving behind stunned silence. Insiders say Bezos hadn't eaten in days. His team was split, his mind shattered. Later that night, the internet caught fire. Bezos broke his silence. A cryptic post appeared on X. Truth has a price. I've paid it. You should know her name. Within minutes, the post racked up millions of views. No one expected that. Was it a warning, a confession, a threat? Screenshots flooded the web. Reddit exploded with theories. Was Lauren working with one of Jeff's rivals? Was she the leak behind the sealed documents? Had she struck a secret deal with someone far more powerful? A source close to the situation said he's not just heartbroken. He feels played, betrayed by the only person he thought he could trust. But what came next? Was darker dot an unverified clip began circulating. Jeff sitting alone in an undisclosed room. No logos, no branding, just a man and his demons. He looks up. Directly at the camera, his eyes are bloodshot. His voice steady, it's time to tell you everything about her. Cut, silence. That's it. No one knows when the full video will drop. But insiders claim it will end everything. Her career, his, silence, and maybe the empire they once built together. The internet is bracing for impact. Because whatever's coming, it's personal. And this time, there's no going back.